Milwaukee's M12 FUEL extended reach ratchet. We'll dig into the details when we get back. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. The Home Depot sent us the Milwaukee 2560, which is the 3/8 drive extended reach ratchet in the M12 FUEL platform. Now the M12 FUEL means you're getting a brushless motor, getting the lithium-ion batteries, and yada yada. Now they sent us the kit, which comes with the 2 amp hour M12 battery, as well, just one, as well as a charger and a beautiful nylon case. So you get the ratchet, you get a battery and a charger as well as the case. I believe that's about $329 if I'm not mistaken for the kit. You can get the bare tool for like $239 from Home Depot as well. Now they also offer this in a 1/4 inch drive. However, they didn't send us that. They just sent us the 3/8 drive. In fact, we've already reviewed this. So I use this as an opportunity to talk about it a little more, but also kind of do a follow-up, say a 6-month follow-up to our review on the extended reach ratchets, because we've had these things in the shop for months and you can tell that they get used. I also kind of left that review in sort of a question, an open-ended question of which was my favorite ratchet. Which ratchet would I buy if I could only buy one? Would it be an extended reach? Would it be a standard reach ratchet, as you can see I have here as well? And would it be the 3/8 drive, or would it be a 1/4 inch? So figured I'd use this time to, again, do the follow-up review, as well as talk about, you know, what did I come to? What's my conclusion? If you could buy just one of these cordless ratchets from Milwaukee, which one would you buy? And I have to say, it would be this extended reach 3/8 drive ratchet. It's the one that we tend to go to all the time, even though you see these are the dirtiest, so they've been used the most, but it's just because they've been in the shop for the longest amount of time, because long before the extended reach were the standard reach ratchets. And like I said, plenty of grimy hand and grease and oil and everything else here on these regular size ratchets as well. But anyway, so my favorite would definitely be the 3/8 drive. Now, let's talk about some of the numbers on this. Again, M12 platform, 55 foot-pounds of force, 55 foot-pounds of torque, whatever you want to call that, nut-busting torque, what have you. As I mentioned in the original review, I could care less about that on these cordless ratchets. This is not a cordless impact wrench. This is not a right angle impact wrench. It's not an impact wrench at all. Milwaukee has just recently said, and I think in June they're going to release a right angle impact, which looks a little like a ratchet, but you'll see the head is a lot thicker here and has 220 foot-pounds force. So this is a ratchet. It's meant to kind of spin things off, if you will, not necessarily meant to hammer. So the fact that it's got 55 foot-pounds of force, again, that's not a big number to me. All I want this to be able to do is kind of be a nut runner. I want it to run those nuts off, run those nuts on, run those bolts in, run those bolts out. That's the function of this ratchet. And then what I want it to be able to do is when I get it tight, I want to be able to kind of lean on this thing and finish tightening with a little brute force or manual labor, if you will. Now, with that said, there was a little miscommunication or a little confusion out on the market. There were some forums that were stating that, oh, Milwaukee does not allow you to put any manual force on the ratchets once it's complete. It's just whatever it will do, that's all they recommend, and that's not the case. I've spoken with Milwaukee about that specifically because it concerned me, because in my video, in my reviews, I've said that, hey, I want to use this if I'm putting on some brake calipers, that once it finishes, you know, running it on by itself, I want to be able to put a little more ugga-dugga from my manual self to finish tightening. Same as taking something off. A lot of times that 55 foot-pounds of force is not going to break that fastener free. I don't want to use another tool to do that. I want to use this. I've got it in my hand, back it off manually, then pull the trigger and actually run that out. So that's why the big 55 foot-pounds of force is great. I mean, I want it to have enough force to where it'll actually run the fastener down or run the fastener on or off. But again, I'm not looking for this to kind of break things free and be that, you know, mighty source of impact, if you will. Again, that one is coming, but these are ratchets. It's meant to be a ratchet, not an impact wrench. I really like these. It's easy to see. We use these in the shop all the time, whether it's tearing apart engines, whether it's you're doing brake jobs, you name it. Most of the time, if sockets are coming out, our M12 ratchets are coming out as well. I love the extended reach. It just allows you to get further back in the engine bay or further up in an area that you need to. without having to reach further, if you will. So it does give you that little bit additional reach. As you can see here, I believe it's about 4 inches, if I remember correctly, of the difference between these two. Now, another feature I really like on Milwaukee's ratchets are the paddle switch here. I really like that over, say, just a trigger, because I can grab this anywhere on the ratchet, and sometimes, depending on where I'm at, it may be grabbing it with my pinky, I may be grabbing it with an index finger, but it's great to know that I can grab that kind of anywhere I put my hand and be able to press that paddle switch, which then just kind of depresses this trigger here, kind of a plunger style trigger in here. Also, I like the trigger lock as well, so I can put that lock on, and now when I throw it in my toolbox or something, it's not just going to accidentally trigger, turn the light on and run my battery down, or again, maybe I'm throwing it in a mobile bag and kind of going on the road, something's not going to depress that trigger, turn on the ratchet, and again, run the battery down. You also get a 4-light indicator here to kind of let you know the status or charge of the battery. So when you first depress the trigger, you'll see the lights light up. It's got a full battery, so you're getting all 4 lights. Again, 50% be 2 lights and so forth and so on. So you get that. You also got some rubber overmold here, so the ratchet doesn't slip out of your hand. Haven't had that problem at all. So good grip on the system. I also like that it's long and slender. There's not anything bulky hanging off the back. To me, it feels the most like a ratchet. Does it get heavy out on the front end on these long ones? Yes, but I can't tell you that you're out here holding the ratchet with your arms extended to where you're going to be worn out by that. But it does become noticeably more nose heavy than, say, on the the regular reach, because all your beefiness is kind of out here on the ratchet head and on the body through here, and not so much back here. But again, it's not a big deal. It just is. It's not quite as balanced as, say, the standard reach, but it is something to notice, if you will. They don't have this in the 1/2-inch drive yet. The extended reach only comes in a 1/4-inch drive, as well as the 3/8 drive. I've mentioned in the past that I really like the 1/4-inch because of the smaller head. But again, I find myself, for the most part, reaching for the 3/8 and using that the most. That's kind of why that's my favorite. Make sure you check it out. Again, it's the Milwaukee 2560-20. You can find it at Home Depot for, like I mentioned, $339 for the kit, or $329 for the kit, which comes with a 2.0 amp hour battery, as well as the M12 charger, or the actually M12/M18 charger. Nope, just an M12 charger. Also comes with a case. Comes with a 5-year warranty as well. So Milwaukee guarantees and warranties their power tools for 5 years. So pretty much the longest in the industry that I know of. But if you don't mind, go and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like this video, and also that bell notification. Well, that's going to let you know when we have more great videos out there. Go out and do something nice for someone, and have a great day.